Hi everyone, hope you're well. So today I want to talk about school, and the reason I want to talk about school is because when I was back in my school days, I went to St Thomas More School in Wood Green. I don't know if anyone's heard of it. It was kind of near White Hart Lane High School, and there used to always be this thing between us. I used to go to St Thomas More, and they would always come over to try and start fights. And not that it bothered me because I never got involved with the fights. But when I was back at school, I'm not going to lie, I did used to bunk off school sometimes. It was the dreading of having to be there every day and having to face the same bullies every day. I mean, there's probably loads of people in the same situation who have faced that, or have kids who have had to face it, and it hasn't been, it's been horrible for anyone who kind of has had to experience bullies. The thing is, you can't avoid it. They're there, and many people have probably had to, I was lucky because I had a sister in my school, and she would always say to her mates, watch out for my sister. And they would come up to me and they would always say, is everything all right? Are you all right? Is anyone bullying you? And sometimes, I'd say, no, everything's all right today. But it doesn't mean that, I was never beaten up or anything like that. But I know that some people do get beaten up, right? But it doesn't mean that I wasn't bullied in the sense where, sometimes they'll just come up to me and just like try and intimidate me and, try and make me do things that I didn't want to do and stuff like that. And I think you get that in a lot of schools. And the thing is, right, if you're not strong enough, you don't stick up for yourself, it can really be a hard time for kids at school. I never really wanted to be there. If I had the choice, I'd rather have been homeschooled, but both my parents worked. A lot of people do find school traumatic, because of the things that are going on in schools these days. And when sometimes kids can get bullied and they don't tell their parents because they don't want to worry them, so they keep it quiet and stuff like that. So I do feel that schools don't handle bullies enough. They don't really have a strict regime to bullies. And, so yeah, if I had a choice, I'd rather have been homeschooled rather than being at school. Many people probably feel the same way. Some people loved school. I'm not saying that some people don't. Some people do love school, had good experience, and that is great. But, I lived in London, and just because I lived in London doesn't mean you get the best of everything.